So 80 for 6 Canada, just 2.5 overs remaining. Davis into the attack. Now this one is struck down. Well fielded. Had some work to do there, but he'll get a single. Single to Rashid.
Yeah, went down in that deep mid-wicket area. It was saved nonetheless.
Yes.
You have to really compliment Dahia here. Making some serious runs and standing up proud in her crease. Really lying and anchoring for the Canada team. This one going all the way out to the boundary to that fine leg position. Saved again. Gonna get a single off of that one.
Yeah, so 82 for 6 now. I'm sure Canada would have wanted to post a lot more in this match, batting, considering they won the toss and decided to bat first.
Haven't even broken the 100 yet. Another potential catch not taken. I see that Trinidad has set the field for bigger shots to be played, right? So there was a third man, there was a deep fine leg, a deep point, deep cover, mid on, mid off, a deep mid wicket, but nothing much else. 83 for 6 finishing. And there's nobody really within that 30-yard mark as we're seeing right now. We're seeing third, fine, deep cover, deep mid-wicket. Like 30-yard mark we're seeing now. We're seeing a mid-wicket. We're seeing a pointer. We're seeing cover. A long off and a long on. Azaria Muller steps back into the attack. Muller, a very experienced bowler in her own right. Setting her field to suit.
Yeah, there's 2 of us left in this Canada innings.
Putting Azaria on the tail end here with those Yorkers might be a really good decision for Canada.
As soon as she's bowled him. So Muller gets a breakthrough. As soon as she
Flying everywhere, Bale's flying everywhere. Azaria Muller takes it on a first ball, nonetheless.
Yeah, first ball after being reintroduced to the attack.
So, in that case, I have reversed the commentator's curse. As what I'm saying seems to be panning out.
83 for 7 now. Looks like Sanjana
Rao taking up.
Sanjana Rao. So just 11 deliveries left in this innings. Can they get to 100 here?
That may seem to be the target indeed for Canada right now. Seen Muller work her magic in her first ball of the over. I wonder what she has in store for us up next.
So just cut away onto the runs here for Canada. They'll get 1. Should get at least 2. Yeah, we'll come back for 2 comfortable runs. So Sanjana off the mark immediately with a double.
Just lofted that one into the
Offside.
deep point region. And look at what we just saw. We just saw a Trinidadian fielder tying the shoe of a Canadian batter. That's what we like to see. Good sportsmanship all around. He's defending this one from Azaria, sending it back for a dot delivery.
Well, TNT posted 195 batting first in the first game, so they may feel that they will be in with a great chance of getting to this target. But of course, this team missing the likes of some of the batters earlier who scored a lot of runs. Samara Ramnath, who scored over 17 that first match, not playing in this second match.
I wouldn't discount some of the players in this match just yet. Players like Harry Lal Davis yet to show their likes on the batting. Muller as well has shown herself in the crease. So we have some familiar faces for Trinidad and Tobago in the second team here. Certainly it's going to be an interesting inning to watch. This one way up into the air. Fielder was going to place under it, just wasn't able to get under that ball in time. But certainly it's going to be a pretty interesting second innings in this match.
Yeah, it's always tough when you have to, always sometimes tough when you have to chase a total.
It's not a massive total.
Sometimes the scoreboard pressure they call it, but it's not a massive total, so TNT will scoreboard pressure, but I think they will be very satisfied with the effort so far here, TNT.
This one pushed into the offside. The offside in that deep cover area. A single off of that one. As the match comes to 87 for 7. Closing out the 18th over. 87 for 7 at 19. Will be the last over here.
Yeah, just one delivery, just one over left, so still more than 10 runs away from getting to that 100 run mark.
It's about 13 runs away. Trinidad and Tobago, will they be playing those swinging shots to get those boundaries and rack up this game quickly? Will they take a more methodical approach and show Canada how it's done?
Yeah, well, was looking for quick runs in this last over. Canada must commend Victory Tahia. She's batted for the entire innings.
Really anchoring the Canada team. The captain is gonna finish off the over for this one. This one lofted way up into the air. Is gonna go out for 4.
Yeah, good start to the over for Canada. Bit of a loose delivery there by Zakia Harilal. It's a full toss wide of the off stump.
Harilal seems to be coming back with a vengeance from that one there. As the skipper, she wants to end off the tail of the bowling innings for her team. And she just got hit for 4 there. Don't know what's going on in her mental state, but certainly it's not going to be pretty. Lost it again.
Just a single on this occasion.
And that one was lofted into the deep point region. Sanjana Rao swinging at everything she can.
Yeah, don't have any choice. Just into the last over now, so just really need to go after everything at this stage. More runs here for Canada. It will go close to the boundary. Should be pulled up just in time. So 2 more to the total.
Yes, in that deep mid-wicket region, almost going over the boundary, but 2 fielders came to save it. Long off, and deep mid-wicket fielder. Both tried to save that one there. Great teamwork from the Trinidad and Tobago side in the fielding. Zakia playing to that off stump here. Looking for that last wicket to end it out, and for the pips of it all, I must say. Score moves up to 94 for 7.
Runs pushed onto the leg side. He'll get one. He'll think of two, but have to settle for one.
Just glanced that ball there, and it went all the way out into the deep square leg.
So last delivery coming here now. .95 for 7. Canada. So need a 6 here to get to that 100-run mark. It ends with a dot delivery. Well, actually, it's a caller wide. So that'll push the score to 96 for 7. So still one delivery to go.
With a boundary here, they can make that 100. They can make that century, Jelani.
Yeah, just a 4 away from getting to. Another play on a missile. Ends with a dot delivery. So that'll bring the first innings to a close. And at the end of the first innings, Canada posting 96 for 7. And you actually should stay tuned. And just in about 10 minutes' time, we'll have the response of the TNT team trying to get to 97 for victory. So welcome back to the National Cricket Centre in Balmain, Vancouver. We're about to start second innings of this TNT Under 19 women's match versus Canada Under 19s. Canada posted 96 for 7 batting first. Jessica Davis and Niall Jules will open the batting.
I must say we're very proud to have the girls from Canada here with us in Trinidad and Tobago. We hope they're having a nice stay in wherever they're accommodated and such, seeing as they're going to be having a few matches over the next couple of days. If you could remind me of those matches.
Yeah, so this was 2 matches played today. Of course, that first match was a shortened match because of rain. TNT winning via the Duckworth Lewis method, but there's another match carded for Tuesday, May 19th. There's just one match will be played from 2 p.m. and following that there will be another double header next week Saturday, May the 23rd. So a lot of cricket to be played here still. This one's dead balls, and Namrit Dillon not ready to bowl on that occasion. So here we still have 3 matches. One match on May the 19th, followed by another double header on the 23rd.
It's going to be an extended stay here for the girls from Canada. I hope they're loving the island. They're trying to be with tropical vibes. This is a very different climate right now happening in Canada. I hope we're getting accustomed to the sweet, sweet TNT sunlight.
Yeah,
we get a lot of that in the days playing.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have come some. Well, it's May now in Canada, but it'll still be quite a bit chilly. Maybe more August will be a bit warmer, so I'm sure they will take a while to get adjusted to these conditions. So,
and speaking of August in Canada, we have the over 60 coming to you live from Canada. This production team will be doing that one, over 60 World Cup. So look out for that, folks. We'll be coming to the August here. I think it's around the 19th of August. So 2 dot deliveries to start, no ball on dot delivery to start Dylan spell.
Yeah, so not capitalizing on that dot delivery, Davis. On that free hit, rather.
So it's showing that Davis is a bit of a smart cookie when it comes to crease. And she's very skilled, so she's going to be playing these shots very smart, even though she's an opener.
So plus pushing tentatively at that one, Davis. So dot delivery.
Very skillful not to get the bottom edge of the bat on that one and get caught out. But she stepped out of a crease for a second there. 3 dot deliveries from Dylan.
Yeah, so we had a lot of rain earlier, but clear skies now at the National Cricket Centre. So another play and a miss by Davis.
Dylan not giving Davis anything to work with here, keeping the innings very tight. Not a grand score that they're chasing right now, so obviously this is what the Canadian team wants as they're progressing through the runs.
Yeah, they'll have to take get a few early wickets. Canada did not, as Sachin you would have mentioned, them not chasing a massive total. Well, off the mark here, Davis get a quick single, and then well, Sloppy Feelings will get a extra run, so 2 runs to Davis. Davis back on strike.
So a double off of that one.
Yeah, so that pushes the score to 3 without loss.
That's the thing about cricket. These small miscalculations can cost you big inside of the wickets. Don't want to be messing up and fielding particularly. It's a very technical job for a player.
A lot of protection on that offside. There's a mid-off in place. There's a extra cover and a point along with a 3rd man. So 5 fielders on that offside.
Yeah, Davis just defending that shot. They couldn't really do much else with it. Very full deliveries, playing to that middle stump Dylan is doing, and that's a pretty particular ball to hit unless you're sweeping.
So final legal delivery of this first over. Davis attempted drive at that one, but didn't get any bat on it. So I'll bring first over to a close, and at the end of it, TNT 3 without loss.
Long way ahead to make that 97 point that they're looking for, 97 to win. They won the first match off a calculation. Hopefully they'll get one fair and square this time.
Yeah, winning that first match earlier by 36 runs on the Duckworth-Lewis method.
Yeah.
Canada, of course, were 60 odd for one. China gets a 196 for victory in that first innings when Rain ended playing that match. Of course, at that stage, Canada were well behind the required run rate, so TNT winning that one by 36 runs.
Question of the day here, who's the bowler on the attack now? Number 4 for Canada.
Yes, Snigha Malhotra will bowl from pavilion end. Malhotra, one player who she played in both matches today, just making a couple changes from their first match. Jules not off the mark just yet. That starts with a dot delivery. Malhotra. He's pushing forward at this delivery, so another dot delivery. So solid start here by Malhotra.
Solid start on the coaching as well. You see Canada doing some work out there as they prepared for their second innings. Seems to be working out quite well for Malhotra.
Call for a quick single here. Jules will get home quite comfortably. Of course, Jules was running to the danger end. So single taken.
I mean, quite not picking up that one there. It looks like she was walking by. I didn't really see the ball coming across, but she scrambled it in the end.
I say hi to all listeners in Canada. Of course, a lot of parents of these players would be tuned in. This one just played onto the leg side by Davis. Forward out loss, TNT.
Another dot delivery there. Really keeping the batting tight.
A very watchful start by Davis and Jules, especially Davis, already facing 8 deliveries, just 2 runs to her name.
Trinidad Tobago need 93 and 109 balls. Malhotra.
Good running there by Davis and Jules, so 1 more to the total. That will bring the second over to a close, and at the end of it, TNT 5 without loss.
Yes, the current run rate seems to be well under the required run rate. So if they keep up this pace that Canada is going at, they can have a decent shot at taking the match for themselves.
Yes, early going still here, but tight start by Canada. They will certainly need a few wickets to slow down the progress, continue slowing, not making sure TNT bats really slowly, because they're just a couple good overs away from getting back on course here, TNT. I know. It's a good thing about TNT, they haven't, the thing about Canada in this inning so far, they haven't bowled many wides there. Bowling a much better line and length compared to what we saw in that first game. Just conceding actually no wides yet in this inning, so excellent start here by Canada.
And it looks like Dylan is back into the attack as well.
Yeah, Dylan will try to get a wicket or two. So attempted drive by Davis.
They really debated in making that run there. It didn't pan out for them. Dylan in the attack.
Appeal for an LBW. Umpire Morgan said it was going down the leg side.
It's going to be another dot delivery there for Dylan.
Of course, Davis batted a lot lower down the order in that first game with the likes of Ramnath and Ramtahal in that lineup, but getting an opportunity to open in this match. Sun struck in the air. And it's out.
Catch is taken.
Yep.
Showing great potential as a bowler. Wow. Jessica Davis back to the pavilion very early. What a shocking sight to see here.
Well, yeah, we expected a bit more from Davis, but of course, probably felt a bit of pressure starting a bit slowly and going for a big shot and not getting hold of it. So her stay at the crease is a brief one.
Number 30 coming in to relieve her of a position.
Renelle Reed. Reed is new batter for TNT. She joins Jules in the middle.
She's also on strike. First wicket fell here. It's spelled 2 for the Trinidad team. Seeing some dark clouds appear in the atmosphere.
Yeah, suddenly the weather's changing again.
So
Hopefully
to get that out of here. Leave the premises before the lights cut off.
another appeal for an LBW. Yes.
This one not given. Another dot delivery.
Excellent bowling here so far by Canada. That all of a sudden seems that target of 97 seems that it may be a competitive score after all. Of course, in that earlier game, Ramnath and Ramtahal gave TNT a fiery start.
Played straight back to the bowler this one. Reed also showing her IQ, her batting IQ. As she's just defending these full deliveries that she's getting so far.
5 for 1 TNT. Full toss on Peel for an LBW. Not out, says the umpire. So wicket maiden there for Dylan. And at the end of 3 overs, TNT moving slowly along, a 5 for 1.
Yes, there's a lot of overs to go, but 5 for 3 in this last match that was there where TNT opened the batting in first innings. They definitely had about 24 runs in 2 overs. 36 by the third.
Yeah, they were off to a flying start earlier.
It's been a long day. It's a fresh team, however, they might be feeling the effects of feeling first.
Yeah, about at least half of this team changed from that first match TNT won earlier. At least 5 or 6 players coming into the starting 11. And she's out. See? Now 5 for 2.
Is that LBW? Is that bowled out?
It was bold, actually. It's bold. It's bold. Yeah, I was a bit uncertain as well at first glance, but Jules has to depart. 5 for 2, so Canada, can they get a victory on this occasion? Certainly on top so far. Yeah, very dark. It's gotten very dark again here at the National Cricket Centre. Hope that the rain stays away at least for another 45 minutes to an hour so we can complete this second match.
As Jules bowled out there, number 20 steps in for her. 25, my bad.
Yeah, Sydney Lugo, new batter for TNT.
She's going to be on strike here, facing Malhotra. Seemed to be a devastating bowler. Swing and a miss there. Malhotra points to the umpire. Umpire, I believe that's an LBW. He's not giving it away.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned that point, Sachin, there was a legendary fast bowler, Curtly Ambrose, used to appeal a lot like that, almost pointing at the fast bowler.
It's interesting that you mentioned him. I would have seen him in action as the coach of the Leeward Islands Hurricanes in Antigua for the regional championship. Happening all now. Our boys in Antigua covering that production as well. Certainly off to the finals coming up Sunday.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, folks, on Windies Cricket as a 4-day regional championship comes to the final. Trinidad and Tobago versus Guyana. The likes of Joshua Da Silva, Amir Jagrup. And on the Guyana side, we have Permal.
Quick single here taken.
Caught out opportunity missed. Chandapal. A lot of talent happening from Guyana. Guyana showing their skills in the practice match with West Indies Academy, totaling up somewhere in the 700s, I believe. So it was quite a display of what Guyana has in store for that final game. It's certainly going to be something to watch and behold.
Yeah, of course, Guyana winning that title, dominating that 4-day tournament for the past decade. They'll be eyeing yet another title. Of course, TNT not winning that title for quite some time. We were distracted with a bit of conversation there of the 4-day tournament, and another wicket goes. So
Yes, didn't seem to pan out for them.
yes, it was Renell Reed. Reed has to depart, run out. Lugo will now be joined by,
Azaria Muller.
yes, correct, Azaria Muller. She makes her way to the crease. 6 for 3 now. TNT, so 2 wickets already in this 4th over. Canada on top here now, trying to get the first win of this tour of Trinidad.
A lot of cricket to be played nonetheless, but certainly both teams will want to be as competitive as they can. Trinidad only on 6, so Canada doing a very impressive job of keeping the runs very tight. It's almost a thing to spectate, a thing to behold, because they're very, very aggressive right now with the bowling.
just push forward to another delivery. So
Bowling the fielding in the power play here. Everybody's on that 30-yard line. So we're seeing a lot happening right now for Malotra and Dylan.
That will bring the over to an end. So 2 wickets in that over and just 1 run coming off it.
Malotra, not a joker to deal with in the field on the pitch. Taking 2 in an over, not bad at all. We almost saw a hat trick in the last innings.
Yeah, we did.
But with this combination that Canada is giving us right now, Dylan and Malotra, very, very devastating bowlers in their own right.
Yeah, Dylan taking 1 wicket and Malhotra taking 2 of her own. So Dylan and Malhotra bowling well in tandem here. Really putting some early pressure on TNT. Or to start over number 5. So just 2 overs left. So right now, Dylan, I know Sachin, you mentioned that this game would have given other batters a chance to showcase their talent, but they certainly seem to be missing Ram Tahal and Ramnath in this inning so far. This one is played onto the offside, a quick single. Will complete that run.
I feel as though Trinidad, for the second team, stacked up a bit of, how to put it, a more of a bowling-heavy team. With bowlers like Zakia and Mullah who have proven themselves in the bowling aspect of it. Now, they're very accomplished batters as well. However, right now, we're not seeing them in the crease just yet. However, outing the likes of Davis, outing the likes of Reed, certainly going to put a damper on things.
Yeah, really massive hole for the TNC to get out of here now. Ready into over number 5, so just batting at less than 2 runs and over now.
Yes, the required run rate is still a ways away from the current run rate. Current run rate 1.68, required 5.68. So that's a ways away. So hopefully Trinidad and Tobago can get their order in a gear and compete with what they're being given.
We'll get a bye here. Yeah, well, 2 wides here. That one going down the leg side.
Total of 3 runs. Pushing the score now up to 10. Trinidad and Tobago very much struggling to make those runs. And you know, as we mentioned, the batting. It's a bowler-heavy team that we're seeing right now, and the bowlers, they did their due diligence to make it make sense here. This one goes way out into the deep.
Yeah, just a single on that occasion. So after the 2 wides, just a single. Yeah, so pushes the score to 10 for 3 now. Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago needing 87 runs to take this one home for the books. This one just pushed away. Asini. Fielder that takes it. Fielder's just looking methodical there. Fielder's on the prowl, taking them comfortably.
Yeah, 10 for 3, really struggling here to get a move on. Another wide this time. Of course, TNT win mind how the runs come. 11 for 3 now.
As I say, they can't be biding their time, waiting for a different combination. Maybe they're waiting for this combination to finish bowl out, whatever they have to do, and then start operating, seeing how it comes after that.
Yeah, because Dylan and Malhotra really Keeping TNT very quiet here.
Yeah, because they're not giving them any real space to work with. No opportunities, I must say.
Malhotra. It's on a driven, almost a Yorker length delivery. A quick single take on. It'll be close, but it would have been. The keeper couldn't get a hold of that one.
And you could have seen the ball go very close to that wicket there. Almost was the fourth wicket for Trinidad and Tobago. Would have been really devastating for the team because it's only in the fourth over.
Yeah.
Fifth over, man.
Wicketkeeper Elisa's son. She's one of the players coming into this match that didn't play in the earlier match, but couldn't hold on this time, son. So.
And I feel like I'm saying this verbatim. I see the batsmen, the batters do a little bit of a touch there, and they must have been saying, paraphrasing, "Will we get away with that one or no?" Quick single taken here, bringing the fifth over to a close. One more. My apologies.
Well, Sachin, what you said just now, any listeners from Canada probably would have been saying, what the hell did that commentator just say?
Well, that's what the Trinidadians say when we escape by the nick of our teeth, and just trying to say that we get away with that. And I'm sure there's a lot of Canadians watching right now with Caribbean, Trinidadian roots who are ample at the cricket. So I feel like I've got a few listeners there that I give them a flavor of home for a second.
This one just played down to third man, another single taken. That will bring the fifth over to a close, and at the end of it, TNT 15 for 3. Yeah, so 5 overs already in the books here for TNT. Just 15 runs on the board. So that target of 1 of 97 really seems a long way away now.
Yes, and Vritti Dahia taking up the attacker. Not seeing Malhotra again. Maybe she's made her 2 wickets and saying I'll save it for later if we need it.
So we're going to see a bit of spin here from Dahia. This one is wide outside the off stump signal, wide by umpire Bowler.
The umpire's name is Bowler.
It is.
Well,
so Bowler calls a wide on the bowler. Yeah, of course, that Bowler spelled B-O-W-L-A-H.
I'm familiar with the man himself, and he's always a very chipper guy, so it's always a pleasure to have him on site.
Good single there. This partnership starting to show a bit of... starting to dig themselves out of a hole just a bit, because at one stage the score was 6 for 3, so this pair putting on more than 10 runs already, but they have a long way to go still, of course. Muller and Lugo. Seen a wide in this over already, followed by a single.
Clouds here coming in, just getting darker and darker, approaching from the east.
Yeah, a lot of dark clouds around. Some pulled away, runs here for TNT. May get 4 and will, so that breaks the shackles a bit.
Excellent batting we're seeing.
Yeah, this partnership starting to look Solid here now for TNT. An appeal for an LBW. Not out, says the umpire. Canada really looking enthusiastic out there. Of course, they're in a great position to possibly come away with their first win of this tour.
She tried the same shot again, but it didn't really pan out for her. Why? Is it necessary to try the exact same shot, ball after ball? Maybe that's a trap. I feel like that's walking into a trap. I'm not a cricketer.
So another, just one wide outside the off stump. Thought it would have been signal or wide, but dot ball.
Well, the angle we're looking at right now on the preview screen isn't the best for predicting those wides. It's a bit diagonal. So broadcasting umpiring might have to take a back seat for us.
Seven runs off this over already. This one in the edge, but just over the top of the fielder there at extra cover. Get a single. That will bring this sixth over to a close. So that brings the power play to a close. And at the end of 6 overs, TNT now 23 for 3. So we're about to start the 7th over of this innings. So the power play has been completed, so Canada now allowed to put a few extra feelers on the boundary. So play and a miss on this occasion. Mahalsha has started another over. So another play and a miss. So 2 dot deliveries to start this over. So struck in the air. And is out caught. So another one goes. That partnership for TNT has been broken. Couch takes the catch, just trying to confirm the fielder. Yes, Marine Couch takes a comfortable catch there, deep extra cover. So Muller has to go. TNT to Sakia Harilal, the TNT captain for this match. She's joined Lugo in the middle. Off the mark immediately, she gets 4. So Sakia Harilal doesn't take any time to settle down at the crease. That pushes the score along to 27 for 4 now. So pushed onto the leg side, a quick single taken. That'll bring the over to a close, and at the end of it, TNT 28 for 4. It's going to have a bowling change from the pavilion end. Harilal looking solid in the middle already. She's ready, pushing the score along. She's raced to 7 already.
Yeah, they're going to want those quick singles as much as they can. Just keep that ticker turning over. They're only on 29 for 4. They need 68 runs and 77 balls. Very attainable, I might add. However, we certainly would like to wrap this match up as fast as possible, and we might like the same. The lights have come on in NCC here as the place keeps getting darker. So they're trying to keep a nice, tidy match here. Over is coming in a pretty decent rate right now, making really good time. And certainly all girls are giving it their best.
Yeah, this very keen battle on here. Canada still, I think, have the edge in this match, but fighting back a bit here, TNT, because at one stage they were 6 for 3. Decent partnership between Lugo and Muller. Ended a while ago. This one is struck down the ground. Runs here for TNT. And just one bounce on 4. So what a shot there by.
It's there though. Some runs on the table, but very impressive shot nonetheless from Lugo.
Yeah, hit that one cleanly. So TNT starting to show some fight here after that disastrous start. Really, they were 3 wickets down with less than 10 runs on the board.
Well, that's really the mark of a Trinidad, Jelani. We start off cool, calm, and collected, and when things start to not go our way, we get rather aggressive. So I must say, Canada, welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. The cricket, the energy, and the people.
Yeah, of course, we welcome this Canadian team to our shores. Hope they enjoy their stay. Because I'm almost certain they'll be hoping to go back home with a few victories under their belt. Looking very much in this game here. This one is struck down the ground. It's in the air. And valiant effort, but just gets away from her. And get another single.
Can't imagine that's the most comfortable fall you'll ever take.
Yeah, fell pretty hard there. For her. Again, a big swing on it. An appeal for it. So as soon as TNT started to show some fight in this match, Canada get yet another one. The score now 35-5.
Canada making quick work of Trinidad Tobago's batting lineup. Number 15 steps into the play for her.
Yeah, Chrissy Amara Singh will join Harry Lal in the middle. Still one delivery left to go in this over by Vora.
Vora proving to be quite dangerous as well. We have not seen a bad bowler from Canada yet.
Yeah, this has been excellent bowling by Canada in this match. Of course, and I'm pleased to announce that rain that was threatening earlier has blown over a bit, so we should be able to complete this match. Yeah, seeing some blue skies to the east of the ground, so we should be fine for the remainder, hopefully, of this match.
And that's Jelani Beckles with the red report.
Thank you, Sachin. I'm trying to be a multi-talented commentator.
I can see that. The only thing you didn't say was I'm Jelani Beckles and this has been the weather, 360 TV.
That's pulled away, so 4 runs off the mark immediately here, Amar Singh. So what are you dealt with quite comfortably. So I'll bring the 8 over to a close, and at the end of 8 overs, score now reads, is it 42-5?
$39-5 by my count.
So 39, yes, my apologies. Yeah, I had 11 runs coming off that over. Yeah, correct, 39-5. 8 overs completed now.
Seeing some excitement from the keeper from Canada.
Yeah, so things Canada still have the edge in this match because already 5 wickets down here for TNT. But I think Harry Lal, as you mentioned earlier, Sachin, a very capable player. I think Harry Lal, a lot will depend on her now. So just cuts away, so starts with a single. This one, Harry Lal, I think might have to take TNT close to this target. He's very capable indeed. Of course, Amara Singh already showing a bit of quality with that 4 off a very first delivery faced. Glad that this match was able to be completed. Well, it should be completed because, of course, Canada, they want to come to Trinidad and just have to sit in the dressing room and look at the rain all day. So glad the weather has held up quite nicely here.
Also very thankful for everyone making it happen. The groundsmen, the administrative staff, the Trinidad Tobago Women's Cricket Association.
Yeah, certainly.
For making this all happen and all possible. There's actually a CWI player supporting the groundsmen today during that heavy rain, and with the kind of winds that she was getting, she almost fell over. She went all the way to the ground holding down that massive cover. So you can really see the strength of our athletes in NCC here. Speaking of right now, they take another single there.
Yeah, pushes the score along to 41-5 now.
That single was preceded by a wide, yes.
Yep. So shock onto the offside, quick single here again. Harry Lal have to hurry, but she gets home in the end. And of course, this match going a bit later also gives both teams an opportunity to play under lights. Sometimes when there's lights involved, gives the players different opportunities to cope with different conditions, because sometimes when the ball is struck in the air and a player is going to take a catch, sometimes the ball maybe get in the light and it'll be difficult to see. So it's a good experience for these players to get accustomed also playing under light. I'm almost certain quite a few of these players maybe their first time playing under lights.
Certainly a night cricketer might not be under some of the belts of these girls here, seeing that they're rather young, so I don't know if they have been accustomed to the format. However,
this one actually called wide quite late, belatedly, by Morgan. Playing a miss on this occasion. Quick single taken again here. So good running between Mar Singh and Hari Lal. Still one delivery to go in this over.
pushed away into that long off region. Comes back. Just getting a single. Actually, it was a dot delivery to end the over, so Trinidad Tobago finishing off strong. Finishing off not the strongest, but the bowler finishing off rather strong. Score moves up to 44 for 5 at the end of 9 overs.
Another over. Of course, after this over, we'll have just a short drinks break. This one is played onto the offside. Starts with a dot delivery Vora. So TNT on course with the required run rate, just around the required run rate that they need, but they're just 5 wickets in hand now, so they'll need a partnership or two to get to this target. Of course, Canada will be hoping to continue taking wickets. I think a lot maybe depend on Zakia Harilal. She clearly has a lot of ability with the bat as well, the TNT captain for this match. Quick single taken.
And we saw in that dot delivery between balls there that the run rate, actually, the current run rate actually fell under the required run rate. So that's really volatility and how important every delivery is in the game. Bora.
Runs here for TNT. Well, it gets past the Canada fielder. Ramin will do the fielding. He'll just come back for 2 runs. So good running there by Harilal and Amar Singh. So driven down the ground. To deliver on this occasion.
Fiovora certainly trying to pick up another wicket here.
Fora. So a short delivery, cuts away. We'll get one. Have to settle for one. So that'll bring the 10th over to a close. And at the end of that over, TNT now 48 for 5. So we're going to have a short drinks break. We ask you to stay tuned. This match well poised here. We're in for an exciting finish. Just 5 wickets. They've already taken 5 of the TNT wickets, but I think TNT will still fancy their chances. So we invite you to stay tuned and join us back in a few minutes' time.
Yes, and it's the second half of the innings here for Canada as you join us back here on 360 TV. Thank you for staying tuned, listeners, viewers. And they're on 49 for 5 here after the 10th over. The first delivery just going out for a daughter. No single. It was a single there, my apologies. Coming into the attack now for Canada is somebody that I'll have to find out the name of.
It looks like Harper Chalmers. Just confirm.
Sadly over with 2 singles here. Harper Chalmers.
Yeah.
And look, we're seeing a Canadian wicketkeeper readjusting the leg pad of the Trinidadian batsmen. Really good camaraderie we're seeing here.
Yeah, we've seen that for the entire day. Really. Some played along the ground runs here for TNT. They'll get one. We'll go close to the boundary. Fun is so 4 runs to TNT. This partnership starting to look.
It's a full worker by Harry Lau.
Yeah. So as we mentioned earlier, Harry Lal is key to this victory, but not forgetting about Amara Singh. She's showing her quality as well. Another single taken, so I feel like as though Canada will have to break this partnership very soon. This partnership already worth around 15-20 runs already. Yeah, the score was 39 for 5 at one stage. So
yes, Trinidad only needing 42 runs from 68 deliveries to take it home.
So just push forward to this one.
Just kind of gave the ball a little nudge there. Just took it away from her wicket.
Yeah, decent over here for TNT. Already 7 runs coming from this first over by Chalmers. Don't need more than, you just need 4 or 5 runs and over to get to this target. So Canada, if you will have to continue taking wickets, this one just pushed onto the leg side. Quick single take on.
Bit of a misfield there. She dives for the ball, it veils her hand and it slips a bit before it. Taking that signal comfortably, Trinidad Tobago, as the over comes to an ender. 56 for 5. Trinidad Tobago rapidly approaching that 97 score that they need to get over. Only 9 overs left in the game, so we'll see if Canada can keep the runs tight and keep the wickets coming, or if Trinidad Tobago keep that ticker going over and get those boundaries, get those sixes maximums, and take the game home today. Who will win in this particular one? It's the second game of the first day of the tour, so all spirits are high right now. Depending on how this plays out, it's going to be a very different conversation back in the locker room, back in the accommodations, and the team will be lazing each other for sure, trying to find out what is happening.
Yeah, still too close to call here at the National Cricket Centre in central Trinidad.
When is it not too close to call cricket? You know what I mean? Until you're down to those last few runs that you need, you can never really know, you know?
Well, yeah, you're right. Cricket is a game that swings could go either way most of the game.
As some of our locals players say, cricket does play on the day. I don't know if the Canadians understood me on that one either, but I feel like they did. I'm hoping and sending good energy that they did.
Yeah, kind of say hi to all the Canadians tuned in. Of course, the parents of these players will be, I hope, glued into the action. Starts with a dot ball here, Vora. She's into a third over now. Yeah, Canada would have been almost certain of, probably was really certain they would pull off this victory, because one stage TNT was 6 for 3. Well, a misfield here will allow the batters to come through for an additional run. Okay. Yeah, 6 for 3. There's been a decent fight back here by TNT. But still, kind of believe they need to break this partnership. This partnership with around 20 runs now. It's an attempted cut shot, but doesn't get any bat on that one. For 5. So just played back to the bowler. Some decent spell here so far by Vora.
Every bowler from Canada so far has impressed us, I must say, Jelani.
Yeah, they've been much better in this match, second match. Canada really bowling a much better line and length, not conceding too many wides and so on. Overs in the bag now. TNT trying to get to 90 for 5.
Dot delivery to start the over as Chalmers comes in for a second over.
Morrissey on 14 off 12, Harry Lal 15 off 18. Partnership more than 20 runs now. This one just pushed onto the offside.
Just defending that one day, nothing big off of it really. I haven't seen a bowler really slip up and get those boundaries away. I've seen one or two in the proceedings, but nothing no of note.
Yeah, this is an excellent fight back in this game by the Canadians. So down the leg side, as soon as we speak about the great bowling, just a bit wayward on that occasion.
Well, you know, you're entitled to a wide or two in your career. I believe that. Sometimes I get wide while I'm doing my career. Then I get back my line and length.
And of course, we all make our little errors, Sachin.
For sure.
So another wide here, so back-to-back wides here by Chalmers.
Sometimes you can make back-to-back errors.
So trying to get back straight down the leg side on that occasion. So again down the leg side, so
It's a hat trick
struggling.
of wides.
Yeah, struggling a bit now, Chalmers.
You know, maybe we're tired. I mean, maybe they're tired.
Straight down the leg side.
Exhaustion is a thing in cricket because you need a lot of stamina as you're progressing throughout the day, in some cases in the hot sun or the humid climate, whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's been a long day for these
Young
Canadian
ladies.
players, especially because just a couple changes from that first team. This one could go all the way for 4, and it does. So 4 welcome runs to TNT. That comes off the bat.
Yes,
We
both
just go along to 605.
Yes, both batters now in the crease showing their skills. Other than the 2 massive fours that we got from Lugo, I don't think I've seen any big shots or boundaries since then, but they've now broken that chain of order and giving us some boundaries to be proud of. Obviously, we're not biased because we're from Trinidad and Tobago. However, we like to see good cricket being played at every opportunity that it can.
Have you ever visited Canada, Sachin?
Not yet, but I hope to be there very soon. How about you, Jelani? What did you make out of the 6 or wherever it is that you would have visited? You seem to be a man that's well traveled.
No, I also haven't never been to Canada, but I've always heard great things, so I'll probably hope to visit there one day. of course, trying to be nice to the Canadian team here, so I'll be allowed into that country, maybe to do some commentary in the future.
Maybe even step behind the camera, God willing.
Yeah. So four wides in this over already. It's on a much better line and length from Chalmers. Just to scramble a quick single. Yeah, here in the TNT players cheering on this partnership. They know the value of this partnership. Partnership has really pulled them out of a big hole here.
They have certainly been the 4x4 trucks of the Trinidad Tobago team, pulling them out of a rather big hole. Always useful when you're in a back road. That's not...
Appeal for an LBW, and it's out! So the partnership is finally broken. Charm. TNT to this victory, but just the wicket they would have needed, Canada. So another swing in this match.
Jelani, I am so disappointed right now in us as commentators, because I feel like I went through a lot of strain to break the commentators curse earlier in the last innings, and look at you reinstating the policy once again. So I think you should stick to weather reports.
Okay, Sachin, I'll try to stick. I'm disappointed in you, Sachin. I try to tell, especially our Canadian viewers, what's the weather's like, because they wouldn't be familiar with the weather at this facility and in Trinidad. So I'm just trying to give them a bit of information on what to expect, because they will be tuned in and hoping. They would probably was thinking, I wonder if rain is still a threat or still could come into this, to play a factor in this match. So just letting them know they have nothing to worry about again with the weather. So it's not really just me trying to be a weatherman. It's me trying to give information to our viewers.
No, don't get me wrong, Jelani. I completely understand exactly what you're saying, because we're having some very strange weather today. So I'm glad to have you here as my commentator in the National Cricket Center. And I'm saying it as a level of admiration for the inept effort that was made to give a current and accurate weather report. I must say, I saw you looking out the window, looking as if you wanted...
Out. Number 27, Khadija Fatima. Fatima may have been distracted by her teammate, Ramin Rashid. And in the end, Fatima couldn't hold on. But so 2 singles to start this over as a result.
Oh, it certainly was a thing of beauty. Wasn't a wicket, but certainly was a valiant effort made by number 8 for the Canadian team.
Actually, it was 27 for Timo was the one who.
Thank you for the correction as well. So
Yeah,
you're doing well and current affairs now, Jelani.
This one attempted pull shot, but down the leg side he'll get scrambler by. Yeah, so 2 wides to the total. So another single. So Harry Lal continuing to bat really well here.
Harry Lal really anchoring the team since she stepped into the crease.
Yeah, certainly so.
Similar position that the batter Vritti did for Canada in the first innings. And it's really upon the more experienced players to really anchor their teams and such like that, because
So just a play and a miss on this occasion by new batter Daniel.
seeing as some girls in this particular tour may not have had the chance to come and do international cricket yet, so the nerves, the excitement, the anxiety, whatever it may be going through their minds, you want to have somebody in the creases with a cool head and a steady mind to be able to really anchor that team and hold that wicket and keep rotating that striker, getting those runs off, keeping the ticker going forward. So we're thankful for more experienced players, and we at 360 actually operate on the same basis. So we rather some of the experienced men, even though our younger talent might be a bit more talented than them, we like to see a level head in any thing that you're doing. So even when you make a mistake, you're supposed to keep a level head.
Yeah, well said, Sachin. Of course, these players will learn. This is a learning experience for all these players in the middle. They're still young and still developing their cricket. So another over has started. Chalmers is going to play and a miss by Harry Lala. So sort of a desperate appeal there by the
It's 20 runs needed in 34 balls. Deliveries here for Trinidad and Tobago. Can they make it up to the plate, especially with an anchor like Harry Lal?
I think Harry Lal is the key here. I think if she stays, more runs here for Harry Lal, should get at least 2. Yeah, they'll get 2 quite comfortably. I think if Harry Lal stays to the end, they certainly more than likely will get over the line.
I don't know how much things Harry Lal could be, because she's the anchor, she's the key, she's the experience, she's the striker. I'm Harry Lal, certainly proving herself as an all-rounder in the crease.
Yeah, certainly so. It's going to shut down the ground in the air. Will land safely. A quick run taken. Get home in the end. So another single to Harry Lal. Been excellent knock by her. She pushes her score along to 25 now. Decent over here by Chalmers, just 3 runs coming from it so far.
Maura Daniel just off the mark, making 1 off of 4 deliveries.
Some struck onto the offside straight to the fielder. It's Asani doing the fielding. So another dot delivery. Play and a miss by new batter Daniel. I'll bring the over to a close. Just 3 runs coming off that 15 over bowl by Chalmers. And at the end of 15 overs, TNT trying to get to 97 for victory or 77 for 6.
What would you say is the headlines of this match so far, Mr. Beckles?
I think the highlight of this match was the bounce back effort by the Canadian bowlers, because they were a bit wayward in that first match, conceding a lot of boundaries and bowling a lot of wides, but they've been a lot better in this second match. You've seen players trying to maintain a decent line and length, consistent line and length. So I must commend them for that effort in this second match.
Well, breaking news is that Trinidad and Tobago has seemed to dug themselves out of quite the hole as they were going to. So we're going to see how they play out the rest of this match here. And breaking news as well as a headline is the Kia Harila becoming the anchor, the key, and the one to break the matrix here for Trinidad and Tobago as they move along.
It's a new bowlers. Fitri Dahia. Fitri, of course, Dahia batted well earlier, so she has responsibility with the ball in hand now.
Just to believe that her name is Vritti Dahia. Vritti, very traditional name. Sing a few in there.
Runs here for TNT.
Swept that one, just got a little bit of the bat on it.
Actually, no, it's called a buy signal, so no bat on that one. So it's a 1 run to the total, but not off the bat.
I see she displayed that buy for us again. So clearly these girls are learning a lot of stuff on the field here, and I'm learning quite a bit in the commentary box from wow.
This one and is out. So another one. Yeah, so Harry Lal continuing to lose a lot of our partners here. Harry Lal, Annalisa Manu, she makes her way to the crease. Very small in stature, Manu, but she has to play a big innings here.
Well, you know, Jelani, cricket is a very body positive sport where athletes come in all shapes and sizes, and we've seen recently that people can really surprise you. They might look a certain way as they don't have a lot of stamina, or they don't have a lot of power behind them, but these are athletes nonetheless who've been training at that national level. Therefore, we're really, really excited to see what this small statured young lady can do.
Yeah, she has to play a big knock here, Manu, if she could stick around with Harry Lal for some time. So this is 19 runs off 27 deliveries, so she doesn't have to try anything too fancy here. Doesn't have to be too adventurous. She could just probably get a few singles, maybe give the strike back to Harry Lal. This one is just pushed forward by Manu, so to delivery. But I think Canada, their best chance of winning this match, of course, will be bowling out TNT. It's just 4 runs and over required from this point.
Well, they're almost at bowling out TNT, so really at this point anything can happen.
Yeah, another single.
Because yes, it's going to take 4 runs and over to make their total. However, it's only going to take 3 good deliveries to get those wickets down.
Yeah, still anybody's match here. So really, these low-scoring games tend to be very exciting. This one has certainly turned out to be a very exciting match. It's been a long day for these cricketers, especially the Canada team. They've been at the ground since before 8 a.m. this morning. It's 6:30 now, local time in Trinidad, so long day for us commentators and cricketers as well.
Broadcasting crew and everybody around the area right now. I think I'm hearing Indian music playing in the distance somewhere. So sweet Trinidad and Tobago as usual.
Yeah,
this one lofted up into the air.
Yeah, so valuable runs here for TNT. They'll get one. They'll come back for two. So two more runs to Harry Lal.
Just planted out there in the deep mid-wicket area. Right, lofted that ball. Got a lot of height on that one there.
Yeah, 81 for 7 now, so just 16 runs away from victory now. 16 runs needed in 24 deliveries. Just pushed away. More runs here for TNT. They'll get one. We'll come back for two. Yeah, so two more to the total. 83 for 7. Yeah, so just 14 runs needed for victory. Just kind of also just need those 3 wickets. You think at this point Harry Lal is maybe the difference in this match. Canada, I think, will this one a full toss, scramble a single, an appeal for a run out, and she's out. She's run out. But Harry Lal has to depart. So is that the moment that this match will change? Harry Lal.
The disappointment on the face of Harry Lal speaks volumes to her pride as an athlete and her experience in the game. She was really hoping to bring it home for Trinidad and Tobago, and you see that one. And she seems to be a bit disappointed on herself. Sometimes the people that are the hardest on you is you.
Yeah.
But really hopes that she gets her spirits back intact, because there's a lot of cricket to be played over the next few days, and we look forward to seeing Zakia Harilal back in action in full capacity every time, because she always gives us a stunning performance.
Yeah, so Mariella Singh, over to her now. She joins Manu in the middle. Of course, 2 new batters at the crease now, so Canada, that was just the wicket that they would have desperately wanted. I just feel that they have to take these remaining 2 wickets to come away with this victory, because just 14 runs needed, still 23 balls to go, so they need these 2 wickets here, Canada. There's a free hit coming because there was a no ball, but remember, with a no ball, a run out is still comes into play. So it's, despite it being a no ball, runs here for TNT. Hearing the cheers from the TNT supporters, they'll get one. They'll come. Well, they just have to get one. So not the best running on that occasion by the TNT pair. Should have been at least 2 on that occasion.
Yeah, it just didn't have the legs to go to the boundary straight out there. But they still made an effort to make that 1. But they could really try the 2. However, seeing as how wickets have been falling like this, I'm pretty sure the batting would be a bit more conservative in their play.
Yeah, probably just trying to play it safe and avoid another run out in this over. This one a play and a miss. An appeal for caught behind.
Not given.
Yeah, so a dot baller. 13 runs needed, 21 balls to go. For us is a well-deserved day off tomorrow for these TNT players. Of course, they will rest and reflect on this opening day of this tour. An appeal for an LBW, and he's out! And she's out, sorry. So the appeal for run out as well, but the LBW was already given. So another one goes. So Canada well poised now to get their opening win of this tour. They lost earlier. So 84 for 9 now, TNT. So the last batter comes to the crease.
1 wicket in hand. Trinidad Tobago really cutting
Alexa
this one close.
Babulal.
Really cutting this one close right now. It's certainly been a thriller of a match here. I know that Miss Gayatri in the NCC office is certainly having a great time watching this match.
84 for 9, TNT. What a game this second match has been. Very competitive,
Certainly.
close finish.
2 wickets taken in the over, making Harper Calmers, in addition to the rest of the bowling from Canada, a dangerous person in the attacker.
Yeah, Chalmers 2 wickets to her name tonight in this match. So, of course, new batter Alexa Babulal tried to be a hero for a team. Just played it back to the bowler. Dot delivery. So what over this has been for Chalmers and Canada. Just a 1 run from it, along with 2 wickets. So this match really putting the match back in Canada's favour. This one struck down. An appeal for an LBW. And not out, says the umpire. So Babulal. Hoping for that finger to go, but it doesn't. Oh, I forgot that there was a no ball, so just this will be the last ball coming up now. Ends with a dot delivery, and at the end of 17 overs, Trinidad and Tobago still need 13 runs for victory, but just 1 wicket in hand. They're 84 for 9.
And the bowler number 5.
Featured Dahia. Who batted exceptionally well earlier for her
Aye.
team.
Yes, Pretty Dahia anchoring in the first innings and coming to end it out on the tail end here. Is she going to get a wicket and prove herself dangerous as all the Canadian bowlers have been so far?
This one pulled away. Well, TNT players in the dugout screaming at their teammates in the middle to go for a run, and they complete it in the end. So single to start. 85 for 9. What a finish we are in for here. Canada just 1 wicket away from victory. TNT still need 12 runs. This one is a dot delivery.
Very competitive match here indeed.
I think both teams will be, the losing team here will be very unlucky. Both teams have played some decent cricket, especially the bowlers in this match. It's tough to lose these close games.
Look at Canada, very hungry for that last wicket. Trying their best. Maybe they want to go home. Maybe they just want to win that badly.
Yeah, of course. They don't want to start this tour with back-to-back losses. They've travelled long distance, Sachin, to come here to take part in these matches.
Indeed. I don't want to know how long the flight was for the team.
Yeah, well, if it was a direct flight from Canada to Trinidad, I'm sure it was maybe around 7 or 8 hours. Maybe around 7 hours, because I know it's from New York. From Trinidad to New York is about 5 hours, so maybe add a couple hours onto that. So when it's struck in the air, and it drops just short, they'll scramble a single, and it's appeal for a run out, and she's gone! So that will bring the match to a close. Canada will win this match by 11 runs. Canada, after losing that game by 36 runs on the Duckworth-Lewis system, their bowlers and their fielding has really shown their quality this evening in the night game, in the late game. And TNT, all out for 85, lose this one by 11 runs. See, take a look at the bowling figures there. 2 wickets for Snigdha Malhotra and also Harper Chalmers, but there was also that bowling card Winshaw, the run outs. It was a taking the bails off and getting the wicket. So congratulations to Canada. This has been an entertaining first day of the Canada tour of TNT. TNT coming away victorious in that first match. Second match, Canada fighting back with a victory. Sachin?
Jelani, very well said. Couldn't say it better myself. Canada and Trinidad both proving to be very competitive and experienced players right now. And what we like to see as well is the sportsmanship, the camaraderie that's been happening throughout the field every day. Well, in both matches here today, as we've seen a lot of love, a lot of respect gathered from both teams towards each other over the course of play today. I think they've really tested their mettle between each other, and they showed that iron sharpens iron. So as this tour continues, it's certainly going to be interesting to see how the development happens from both teams, who sharpens up, who tightens up the games, who adapts to the strategy, because they're now familiar with each other. This is first base touching here. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, the 360 TV on all these days that July is going to remind you about. I'm going to remind you about them. Why not? So we have the next game on the 19th of May. That's just one game at 2 p.m. right here at the National Cricket Centre. And we have 2 games on the 23rd of May. So that's at 9 and 2 respectfully. So try your best to come out, check it out, see what's going on. Canada Tour of Trinidad and Tobago coming to you live right here on 360 TV.